Well, on this episode, you guys, tune in because we're going to talk about HIIT and running and a lot of other things that people are kind of probably doing too much of. We're going to talk about why that is, depending on your goals. So grab your coffee and let's get into it.
No coffee today, but let's get into it.
You have no coffee?
I already drank it.
Oh. Have you been cutting back on it?
A little bit, you know. Yeah. Trying to. I don't eat it. I don't drink it out as much as I used to. Remember, I used to always get a cup of coffee out?
I mean, you and a to-go coffee cup is like, it's just synonymous.
Yeah.
You always have a coffee cup in your hand.
I like those to-go cups.
It's so funny. Guess what, guys? It is BBC 14 registration is now officially open, and any remaining spots are open. Now, there's a chance that when you actually listen to this episode, it might not be open anymore. But if there are some spots left, this is your last chance to get in because the doors are going to close when we reach capacity. I don't even know where we're at because I'm not sure exactly when this will be up. But yeah, exciting. A new BBC.
Another one, huh?
Another one.
A whole new challenge.
I know. Exciting. I always get a little sad. It's funny, just like we talked about the endings.
Yes.
Get a little sad when one ends, and then I get excited again when it starts up. But yeah, so make sure you guys check that out. JanineEscobar.com/JS Body Bootcamp, which basically stands for J's Body Bootcamp, like J''S.
J''S.
J's Body Bootcamp. All right, you guys, if you have not already followed our Instagram, candidly_with_coffee on Instagram, and leave us a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and join our inner circle.
Yes, please do so.
Tap
we'll have a lot
join.
of fun in there.
Yeah, tap join. You can tap join right on this video if you're watching on YouTube. And our inner circle is our new membership site. So the membership site is replacing Patreon. But nothing's going away. We're only adding more stuff. So it's the same price as Patreon to be part of the inner circle. And you're still going to get the off-topic episode in our brand new studio, which I'm going to pop up on the screen what that looks like. But we have a brand new off-topic studio. But from that studio, we're also going to be doing like hot topic episodes randomly, like sometimes in the mornings, you know, grab a coffee and go over some headlines and just random stuff.
It's nice that we have that studio, right?
Yeah.
Right there.
Because it's right there.
It's walking distance.
Yeah, it's walking. We walk to work.
Walk to work.
But we're excited about that. And also with the inner circle, so you're going to get the Candidly with Coffee after shows right here on YouTube. So you don't need another app anymore. You're going to get the weekly show. And then we have another tier that's a little more affordable, $2.99 a month. And that is just for those of you who want to support us. You are loyal fans of the show. You'll get a little to-go coffee cup.
My favorite.
Next to your name. So all of the members of our channel will get the little to-go coffee cup. And then you guys also get access to custom emojis that you can use on comments. You can use them on lives. And about the custom emojis. So now that we have enough members, YouTube is allowing us to have 2 more emojis. So right now we have FOFO, which is one of Mike's favorite things, FOFO.
Yes.
We have Off Topic. We have LFG.
One of my favorites.
Then we have Let's Go, a little more
That's another one.
tame. And then we have Hold My Coffee. So I could have 2 more. And I'm thinking facts and super facts. But is there any others? Am I missing any? And you guys comment if there's a specific one you'd like. Maybe I will add the ones that we get the most requests for.
Yes, that's a good one.
So basically, facts and super facts is what I was thinking. But if there's any others, let us know, and then I will add them.
I got another one.
What?
Fake news.
Oh,
I stole that from Donald though.
Fake news. That's kind of funny, but it might sound political to some people.
I know it's not. It's just I like saying it's
They're
funny.
like, oh, it's a Trumper.
Oh, no,
I knew it.
No, I just like because it's hella funny.
I
Because
do
ever
like
since he said it gets people laughing.
I know.
And that's what we're trying to do, get everybody laughing, man, you know?
I love, speaking of Donald Trump, I die laughing at all the funny memes of him and the things that he says. There's tons of funny memes of Donald Trump.
Is there?
Yeah, where people just, they put something else to it, but it's Donald on it and he's saying whatever he's saying. That's the stupidest question.
I believe it. He did a T-shirt that went viral, went crazy. A lot of people ordered it.
What is the shirt?
He said something like I forgot something like you missed.
Oh,
Like you missed. Yeah, you missed. It went crazy.
Oh my God! But anyways, the memes are hilarious. Fake news is kind of funny. But you guys sound off in the comments. Let us know and make sure you join the inner circle. You have to log into your YouTube account. It'll show if you try to join. I think it goes to Google, but that's really your YouTube login to join. So make sure you do, because I don't want to lose any of our Patreon people. I want them all to come over, and then even more so now that it's a little more convenient.
And we're gonna turn it up.
Yeah,
we're gonna get more content,
which we had announced a while back. So we're following through on our promise.
Yeah,
we had said once Alyssa moves out, we're gonna convert. And then we're going to do more content. So that is what we're going to do.
So the next topic, let me pull up this text real quick from Saul. He says, from one of our clients, because I shouted him out on the on our app with all the team. And Saul says, everyone appreciate y'all. Mike Escobar, Jeanine Escobar. You guys make this whole lifestyle change easy to understand. And the support is a huge part of it. Just getting started.
Yeah.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah, his progress is so good.
Yeah,
it's that what Mike's talking about is our clients. So we have a group of our one-on-one clients. I know I'm always talking about BBC on here, but we have our ESCO Elite clients is what we call them, and we do a weekly call with them on Saturday mornings. And Saul's always on the treadmill,
always getting his steps in,
listening to us live,
paying attention.
Yeah, he's really paying attention. He's had an amazing transformation. What is he lost 40 pounds?
Yeah,
right.
Been with me about 4 months now. Around 4 months.
But it was funny because then, I try to pick a client every week, share a client that's, accomplished something and share client wins. But it really is, and that's why I had recently posted that to them. Like, I hope they know, like, we care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do. I get like invested in their progress. Sometimes I get a little anxious when it's result day because I don't want them to be down on themselves if they didn't, weigh-in day. And we really are all into it. Like it's all in.
I said that. I was talking to him earlier. I said, man, listen, I'm glad you hired me, and you hired a coach who's passionate, who cares, who just didn't take your money and run off and you barely hear from that person. Because he had a coach before me. I don't know his name or anything, but he said he was barely around and barely held him accountable and just kind of like, whoop, off you go.
It's shocking to me.
A lot of coaches do that.
That he was willing to take a risk and do it again. Because usually you get burned once and you're done.
You're done. You're tainted. But now he's like, I'm so glad I did this with you. Like, stop drinking. He has a better relationship with his kids, his wife, his work. Everything's just clicking.
Yeah. It's so cool. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So let's take a little break for One Up Nutrition. We'll be right back. It is no secret to you guys by now how much I love my One Up Nutrition supplements. They are a part of my daily routine, from the daily cleanse and the gut health plus that help keep my digestion on point, to their protein powders that I incorporate into so many different recipes. The ISO protein is very easy to digest and only 110 calories per scoop. The whey protein is delicious. The flavors are so good and always have little extra crunchy cookie pieces in them that just take the flavor to the next level. Their powders like the Pure Rebuild and the pre-workout are a staple in my daily workout routine. Their flavors are amazing. I'm alcohol-free these days, but I swear when I drink some of these flavors from One Up, I actually feel like I'm having a delicious mocktail. Their products are third-party tested, so you know what you're getting. They're made in the USA. If you use code Jeanine at checkout for a discount. That's JEANINE. All right. Well, we're back.
We're back.
We are back in the pod.
Yes, we are.
In our new set for a little bit. Sorry, guys. We are going to be here for a while. The funny thing is we got some people who are like, oh, I like the table better. But then we have a lot of people then when we went to the chairs, they like the chairs better.
Yeah.
You never know.
I know.
You know, you can't please everybody. But the cool thing is, you know, we are making some massive studio upgrades, and who knows what set we'll be on, but we'll have a multitude of sets to choose from. So we'll just probably find which one we feel most comfortable at.
Yes.
I guess, and go with it. All right, you guys, hot topic. Hot topic.
Hot topic.
So I saw on TMZ that Artem was arrested for domestic violence. Artem is the husband of WWE diva, former WWE diva Nikki Bella, Nikki Garcia.
They know it's Nikki Bella.
Yeah. So anyways.
Is it bad?
So that's what I had heard. Like he was arrested, right? Well, then I was getting my nails done today, and TMZ had an update. They, I guess, acquired the call, and he's the one who called the police. He called the police and said his wife was throwing shoes at him.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting? But
yeah.
he got taken out of the home. And he got arrested, but I don't know if he was charged. And I know that in the state of California, because it was Napa, in the state of California, if there's a domestic violence call, one person has to be detained. Yeah. That's so that it prevents further altercation or whatever. But now I'm kind of wondering, who's the violent one?
Why is it always we got to get taken? Why do they think? See, here's what I don't like, man. Because I experienced something like that years ago when I was a young man, like 19, 20, right around there. I had an ex-girlfriend of mine. We got into a little argument. She got all mad. I had a wife beater tank top, and she like grabbed it and yanked it and it ripped. Somebody called the cops. They pulled up. Immediately got me out of the car. And it was a female cop. And she was pressed. Did he hit you? Did he do anything? Tell us. Well, she was like eager to arrest me. I was like, I didn't do nothing. I didn't touch her. Look at my hands, my knuckles. There's no blood, no nothing. But they were like eager to arrest me. Like I had done nothing. I was nervous. Like, she better not lie and say I touched her. I did not touch her. I guess because the wife beater was ripped because she pulled on it. You know, it's easy to rip.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah. You
have to be careful, though. You got to understand they have a hard job. Look at the Gabby Petito case.
Yeah, I get it.
Where it's probably fine. You're just a young couple fighting. And look, she was murdered by him.
Yeah,
so
I know.
They have to think like, if I let them go and something happens, it's on me. It's going to be on me.
Yeah.
So I have to really make the right, smart decision here.
Yeah.
You know, so that's tough.
I get that. So
I get it.
I guess removal, but arrest me, like I got to go sit in the county jail for several days. You know what I'm saying?
But I thought that was so, it's so interesting though that you said that because, you know, obviously I think right away, I thought, oh my gosh, he's a violent man, blah, blah, blah. Because I heard the first headline, right, that he was arrested.
Yes.
On suspicion of domestic violence.
Yes.
But right off the bat, I didn't even consider her. And then now everyone's joking. They're making jokes, which is not a funny, laughing matter when there's domestic violence. I will say that. Okay, it's a serious thing. However, the comments on the TMZ post were like, what's so odd about that? A Latina with a chancla?
That's true.
They're like, that's everyday life.
That's every day. Husbands get the chanclas thrown on them all the time by a Latina.
Listen, I have witnessed...
You've seen
somebody, a male, be domestic violence on him, you know, put on him from his partner. And it's scary. This person, when she, you know, lit up, she had a different side to her and she was scary. Yeah. She was scary. And so it can be both ways and it can be very serious. The husband can also, you know, be in danger. His life can be in danger.
And it happens more often than not. It just doesn't get reported. Where a lot of men get assaulted by their woman, but they're embarrassed. They don't want to call the cops. I got assaulted by a woman.
But he called, my wife's throwing shoes at me.
I mean, he was protecting himself before it got worse, which was smart. So I like to know, TMZ probably going to know, was alcohol involved?
Oh, of course. They live on a freaking winery. They live on a fucking vineyard. They have a wine. I'm sure that the alcohol was involved. I don't know.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. But you're right.
But yeah, who knows? All right, moving on to another hot topic. So there's something called OnlyFans brokers. So when somebody comes off of like a reality show or whatever, and they've reached like a good amount of notoriety, they've got a big following, probably a lot of the Love Island people.
Yeah.
And then suddenly if they end up with an OnlyFans, chances are a brokerage firm has signed them. And basically that brokerage firm runs the OnlyFans. They do everything, the conversations, they do the DMs, the interactions. And then what they do is they do a bunch of analytics, and they will tell the talent, like, hey, you know, the way your demographic is that you're following, like this month we need, 5 feet pictures. We need a video that says this. We need this. And they'll just give them like a list of what to do. Typically, they will once a month go rent like a hotel room or a location, do all their content in one day and roll in the dough. And they do nothing with the guys that are paying for the stuff.
God damn it. Why couldn't I just be around when I was a young man?
So that is what is happening. It is a racket.
Man, no wonder these. And listen, I know a lot of people rag on these women and talk bad, and they're not going to find their future husband and blah, blah. Hey, you guys, I mean, you can't, in this economy and this inflation, you can't blame some of these girls. They're making bank. They're living their life.
And the numbers are crazy.
Yeah. What are the numbers?
I mean, they make
7 figures?
Yes.
Easy.
A month. Some of them make it in a month.
You remember that girl? Not to get off topic, bad Barbie, Barbie.
Bad baby. Bad baby.
There you go. She made some astronomical, like 40-something million in a year. Like 49 million. She posted it. Like, I made like 49 million.
On OnlyFans.
How can you knock her for that?
Yeah.
How you going to... She's rich, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm rich. I mean,
for the ones that are going to really rake in, so these brokerage firms too, the way they really capitalize, now they're getting a big chunk of the revenue.
I'm sure,
but the way they really capitalize is they get experts and analytics. Man. And they do something called breadcrumbing. They know how to pull the money out and, pull it along. They're talented.
How to draw these dudes in?
Yeah.
The Sims?
So so that's the thing. So that's why like the guy, did you hear about the guy from Paris? In the Paris Olympics?
No.
That his package got caught on the pole, and that's why he missed the gold. It was a big interference. Let's put it that way.
Gold or gold?
The gold. The jump, I don't know, the javelin thing. I don't even know. I'm saying it all wrong.
Yeah, I know what that is. I know what you mean. I don't know.
Anyways, he went over the pole, but on his way back down, his package got attached to, I
did not hear about that.
Because it's very large.
Endowed.
So immediately he was approached by brokers. Like, hey, you got to immediately capitalize on this. You can make a killing because this isn't, it's those kind of moments is like capitalize on it. You can make a quick $1 million.
Yeah.
I don't know if he did, but I'm just saying that's the kind of thing. I never knew that it was like a side business. They're just a call center that you're talking to. Crazy.
It's the game has changed. Remember back in the day too, something like you go on a reality show, if you're an attractive woman, porn industry would reach out to them. They don't even need to do that. Someone wants that industry.
They don't need to do any of that.
No, but that was another thing that they would do. Porn industry would reach out and offer them tons of money or even pictures.
Yeah, crazy. In fact, remind me on the after show to bring up something that I don't want to put it on here, but we'll put it on the after shows. Interesting. All right. Let's take a little break for MegaFit and we'll be right back. Life is busy, and when I get busy and don't have time to meal prep, I reach into my freezer and grab a MegaFit meals. MegaFit meals are a macro-friendly meal prep, no subscription required, real quality ingredients. They switch up the menu. You guys, I love them. They're chicken tenders, the margarita pizza, the chicken quesadillas. I mean, this food sounds indulgent, but guess what? It fits right into your macros. Head over to their website and don't you forget to use code JEANINE. That's code Jeanine for a discount. Speaking of MegaFit, it is in the hallway right now in the box. I didn't have time to take it out. It just came right before I was leaving. But
it's there?
Yes, it is. We got our MegaFit order.
I love my meals, man.
Yep. They've really game changer to have that on hand.
I just had my two favorites, bison burgers, before we came. I came to work earlier here.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Yeah, they are delicious. All right. Comment corner. Let's see.
Glasses.
Westfield, no, if I make it big, I don't need my glasses. Westfield 90, time for me wasn't a concept until I lost my mother 2 years ago. She was the rock of our family and the first loss. Since then, all I notice is how fast time goes by and how little time remains. I miss you, Mom, every day and love you very much. That's so interesting because it's almost like my entire life is like BM. It's like BM, before mom or after mom. Because my whole family structure, the way our family communicates, everything changed when my mom died. So it's weird how, and I felt the same way. Like I didn't understand the concept of life and time and all of that until she died. Also, it was like it's like a really pivotal thing in your life.
That's crazy, man. You're right. I was just talking to a guy I had on before us, Joe, and he lost his mother poor guy, man. She was only 50, breast cancer.
Oh, I
very
know.
young.
I know.
That hurt me. I felt his pain because he was tight with his mother, and his mother was like always like cheer him on, like you could do good, son. I'm here for you. You're a winner. And I'm like, dang, I thought I lost my mother early.
I know. Heartbreaking.
Yeah, that one touched me right there, man.
Freaking heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But I do feel that. I don't know what it is about. I feel like it's more so with moms. It feels like it. Like they're like the, what is it called in the family? Well, it's a matriarch,
yes,
right? A matriarch of the family. But they are like the backbone of the family.
They are.
Sometimes the silent backbone.
Yeah.
Like the male or the father is on the forefront,
yep.
but really the backbone.
The household stuff that's getting handled, everything.
The thing is, that's what threw me for a loop, because I always thought that my dad was kind of like the pillar of the family, but my mom was the one pulling the strings on the background. She's the one holding us all together very carefully, like China, like fine China.
Yeah.
And she knew that, my dad was like a bull in a China shop.
Yeah.
And what happened when she died, right? The bull went through the China shop.
Yes. Facts.
That's exactly what happened.
And you said it would never be the same again. You're right.
I know. All right, moving on to less depressing things, because the last few episodes have been kind of depressing, but we're moving on from that. I want to just have a conversation about, I just feel like a lot of people, especially women, older women, hear a lot of them, they're always talking about their HIIT classes. Too much HIIT.
Too much HIIT.
Too much HIIT.
Yeah, too much. You're breaking down your muscle tissue. Muscle's precious. Think of it like gold. And you're slowly letting pieces of your gold go for nothing, for no return on investment. Whereas you strength train, you're building that lean muscle tissue, you're going to hold on to it. So you don't need to do all this HIIT stuff.
You know what it is because HIIT is instant gratification. They're trying to burn calories fast.
Yes, trying to lose
so that
weight
they
fast.
can eat their cheat meal or whatever for an instant gratification. Whereas
True.
weightlifting is an investment in the future.
Yes.
Because there is nothing instant about the gratification you get from weightlifting other than the little endorphins that you get right after your workout.
Yeah.
But I feel like, and the industry of these group fitness classes and stuff like that, and I'm not trying to be a hypocrite because I do go to Orange Theory, but Orange Theory actually technically isn't HIIT, but it's still the culprit. The industry targets these women. It targets these midlife women, saying, come to the classes and you're going to be in such great shape, blah, blah, blah. But you have to understand that you're not going to gain muscle in those classes.
None.
And I don't think people get that because but we lift weights. Circuit training and the type of weightlifting you're doing in Orange Theory it's not designed for hypertrophy.
Yeah.
And hypertrophy is the growing of your muscles.
Yeah.
So don't be fooled.
Yeah.
The biggest mistake I think people make when it comes to exercise is they're using exercise as a tool to burn calories.
That part. You're right.
Is that a new emoji, that part?
No. You like that one? But yeah, no, I've been saying that for a while. But no, you're right.
Yeah.
People use, also, a friend of mine sent me a text this morning, like, hill sprints. Okay, cool beans. Good for you. If that's what you want to do, go for it, bro. That's not my forte.
Right.
First off, I'm almost 50. I don't want to pull a goddamn hamstring doing hill sprints.
Right.
I don't want to tear something because when you run off the line like that, you explode. Chances of you tearing something are very high. It's dangerous. So, no, that's not my forte. I want to build lean muscle and hold on to it.
Yeah. So what I wanted to just kind of go over, listen, it's not all bad. You can incorporate it. It is good if you are short for time, you're a pretty sedentary person, and you need to kind of make up for that sedentary. Sometimes you need to be able to burn a little bit more calories. I get that. And it's also good for, there's cardiovascular benefits. You do want to strengthen your heart with cardiovascular benefits.
Yes.
It's obviously time efficient. And, that the high impact of a HIIT is good for your bones as you age. But you have to weigh out the negatives, okay? So those are some of the positives. But if you're doing too much of it, you're not building muscle, which is your investment into time on this earth. The more muscle you have, the more chance you have to live a longer, healthier life.
Yes.
So that's one thing. You are also significantly increasing, like you just said, the risk of injury. Significantly. Just like CrossFit is another one.
Oh, man. I just had someone talk to me about CrossFit training. I said, go for it, bro. I'm not doing that. So many injuries, I can care less. We got to train like an athlete.
Listen.
Oh, so you're an athlete now. You're a professional athlete. That's what you're saying? You're not a fighter, bro, so no.
It depends on what your goals are.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to evaluate someone's goals. Like when a client comes to me and they say, what they're doing, when it's my one-on-one clients, I'll kind of start to probe a little bit and be like, okay, so what are you doing? You're not doing your weight training that I have in here. What do you do for exercise? And they'll kind of tell me. And then I just ask, why is it that you do that? You take 4 HIIT classes a week, and then you take a cycling class, and then a swim class. What's your purpose in that? And they'll say, for weight loss, to burn calories, to be healthy, to lose weight. It's all around that, right? And sometimes they'll even say, to build muscle, because they're misinformed. And then I will share what's more optimal to achieve what their goals are. Do you know what I mean? And what's more optimal? I want to change my body composition. You're not going to do that with just constant, HIIT exercise. You're not going to increase muscle. You are going to maybe drop on the scale, but it's because of you're sacrificing lean muscle to do that.
That's so true. And again, like I said, it's like having gold. Gold is precious. Why would you want to give it up? And the older we get, lean muscle is precious. It's already hard to build. And on women, it's even harder to build. Yeah. So why do you want to sacrifice
Especially as you get older. So if you got a woman that's getting older, again, and these HIIT classes, they're marketing to these women. So they're thinking like, it's healthy, blah, blah, blah. But as you get older, your testosterone levels have dropped. And if you're not supplementing, if you're not taking a replacement for your testosterone, muscle building is going to be even that much harder. You're just going to lose your muscle in these classes.
Yeah.
And then when you lose the muscle, your metabolism is going to get slower. So those extra calories that you're trying so hard to burn, you're losing them in your metabolism because you're losing lean muscle. So you're chasing your tail is what you're doing.
Yeah.
And do you notice, and I bet you some of you will think like, oh, maybe that's what's going on with me. Because you'll chase a calorie burn number. You'd be like, oh, but I got to burn 1,000 calories a day. That's like, I'm fixated. I got to burn on my watch. I got to say 1,000 calories on here. Why though? You're burning 1,000 calories a day doing things that are burning through your muscle, not your body fat. So now your BMR is dropping. So now if your BMR is dropping, you're negating that calorie burn. The BMR is your free calorie burn.
Basal metabolic
rate. It's for
rate.
free. Yes. You don't have to work for it. Your body, it already burns a certain amount of calories.
Yep.
So you want to increase the free calorie burn as much as possible because you have to do nothing in order for it to, to burn those calories. Yeah. So you want that to increase. How do you increase it? Building muscle.
And you know what I say about HIIT? I say the same thing about people who run. I see it all the time. They look miserable when they're running. And sometimes, not that I'm gonna, because it's none of my business. Whatever I mean, say they run 3 miles. Okay, cool. You're gonna get to your destination a little faster than I am. I'm walking. We're burning the same exact calories. So you might burn a tiny bit more. You get the thermic effect, the sweat. You're turning. But I'm gonna burn close to you just walking 3 miles at my good pace and not killing myself and beating down my joints and risking injury.
Yeah, I actually want to get into running separately because it's not really HIIT.
Yeah.
But the other thing about the potential concerns of HIIT is the impact on your hormones. So if you are, midlife, you're already struggling with changes in your hormones, HIIT can actually increase cortisol. It's a stressor on the body. All exercise is, but HIIT even more so, which is going to exacerbate the issues that you are already dealing with that are increasing cortisol. So especially if you are someone that has had blood work done and you are told that your cortisol levels are high, you should not be doing high impact aerobics and HIIT classes and things like cycling and Peloton and all this crazy stuff. High risk of injury. It's going to increase the stress in your body. It's going to make you hungrier. And to be honest, what I also noticed is people who don't track calorie intake, who do these HIIT classes, they eat a lot more.
Way more. Because they think they have a license to eat whatever they want because they're working out. So I deserve this.
Yeah.
Furthest from the truth.
Suddenly it's like they'll start a class and be like, I don't understand. I do this class now that's 4 days a week that I burn on my Apple Watch, 500 calories a class. And I'm not losing that. Where's that 2,000 calories? I'm not losing weight because you're eating it back. You're doing these HIIT exercises. Your Apple Watch says you burn all this calories. So you're like, oh, I can have the cookie. I can have these, suddenly allowing yourself all these extra snacks because of that 500 calories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you are increasing hunger because something like that is a stressor, right? When cortisol increases, you're also going to be hungrier. You're going to have more cravings. So, you have to weigh it out. Now, is there, like I said, is there room for some HIIT in a good workout regimen? Yes, there is. Work with your coach. I don't tell my clients you can't do any HIIT, but I'll give them feedback. Like, hey, scale back here. You're doing 3 Orange Theory classes and 2 weight training days. Well, I don't have any time to work out, do more than 2 days. Well, yes, you do. You're going to do 1 Orange Theory class or 2 Orange Theory classes and 3 weight training days.
Yeah.
Be smarter with, where you're spending your time.
Yeah.
Because do you even need the cardio? You know what I mean? Like, do you need lots of cardio? For what? What are you trying to do? Like, how about just a good walking regimen, a daily step movement goal, and weight training? Again, if you're doing it to chase calorie burn, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. If you're doing it for cardiovascular health or, your heart or other things, you want to incorporate it, make sure that stays healthy, make sure that you have a healthy heart and a low resting heart rate. That's one thing, but you're not doing it because of that. People are doing it because they're chasing the calorie burn.
Facts. I know I did it. It worked for me. I got really lean. I was burning a lot of muscle though doing HIIT. But I wasn't doing HIIT with weights. I was doing HIIT like mine was different. Tabata, back class,
Yeah, that's a HIIT though.
We're doing
Tabata.
HIIT. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you have to be careful because, again, you're increasing the risk of injury. And then you have to reevaluate, is there a smarter way to get to your goals? Like, what are your goals? And is your fitness routine supportive of those goals? Or are you chasing your tail? And I'll have to say, the hardest conversations for me to have with my clients is the ones that they love their classes. They love their classes and they don't like it when I say you got to scale back on your classes.
Yeah, the truth though.
You got to scale back or be smart about it. You got to scale back because you're spinning your wheels here and your body, you're not going to reach your goals if you continue doing this.
Like you said, you raise your cortisol. And not only that, what I would notice after I do HIIT, I'd be wiped out for the rest of the day. I'm no good. I'd be zapped. Like I zap my energy. What good are you for the rest of the day?
So you burned extra calories pushing yourself to the limit.
Yes, redlining.
Exactly.
Yep.
So you're redlining and but you're sacrificing your neat calories because of it.
Yep.
Because if you redline for an hour HIIT class and then crash out on the couch an extra 3 hours early because you are zapped.
I've been
you
there.
lost 3 hours worth of neat calories, which is the non-exercise activity, bouncing around, running errands. You're like, oh, I'm wiped.
You're wiped.
So you just negated all that calorie burn. So stop chasing it. You didn't get a muscle gain. You negated your calorie burn because you're tired. You were craving with cortisol. And then, you're increasing your risk of injury.
That part.
So, I think that can you incorporate it? Does it have some benefits? Yes, it does have some benefits. Can you incorporate it into a good routine and still achieve your goals? Yes, you can if you're smart about it. But I don't think that should be your main form of exercise. It shouldn't be your primary form of exercise. And you can manipulate sometimes. Maybe you like the classes because they hold you accountable. You can manipulate the classes. I do with Orange Theory. I even had a client recently reach out. She goes, well, how can I incorporate Orange Theory but not not do that, not make these mistakes? And I was like, okay, I gave her some tips. Like me, I don't do the HIIT part, or I don't do the all outs or any of that. I keep my...
You work at your pace.
For the cardio portion of the class, half of the class, I do low intensity cardio, keep it in the green zone for the most part, maybe a little elevated heart rate sometimes. And then I take my time during the weights. I take my time and I do it very,
slow and controlled,
heavy. Everyone's rushing through, and I don't. I try to really maximize my time on the weights.
You're in a hurry for nothing. They're just moving, throwing weights around, not really maximizing muscle growth. You're not stimulating your muscle.
Yeah. All right, you guys, let's take a little break for Transcend, and then we'll be right back. When's the last time you switched your budget around? If you're spending cash on eating out and buying clothes, but you don't want to spend a bit on your health, what are you even doing? Every day, from the moment you wake up until you go to bed, you have a series of choices that will make or break you. The things you eat, your physical activity or lack thereof, your sleep, it all adds up. Personally, I care about what I put in my body, and I found that it's hard to put a price on feeling like you're ready to take on the world every day. That's why I leverage the power of hormone optimization and fully customized peptide protocols from Transcend. If you're ready to take your health to the next level, head over to the link transcendcompany.com/ESCOElite and fill out an intake form today. All right, speaking of Orange Theory, and then I see a lot of people at Orange Theory, they're running, you got to understand something about running. There's two effects on your muscle. There's either anabolic for growth, or there's catabolic, where it eats itself, literally.
Yep.
Guess what running is, like endurance running?
Catabolic.
100%.
Nothing that... You ever see... Okay, don't got to even go look for it. Go look at marathon runners.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Go look at their body types.
Yep. It is catabolic. It is going to break down your muscle. Yes. So what cracks me up is I see these people lifting weights at Orange Theory, and then they'll get on the treadmill and run for dear life.
Yeah. But all out, huh? They don't understand.
They just don't get... And I get it. I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm trying to make, an entertaining show here. But it is just comical how much... There's just not a lot of good education out there about fitness. And it sucks because they're spending their time trying to do something to better themselves, right? To be healthy, to do better. But they could be, making much more progress if they had a little better guidance.
And let's be honest, a lot of the women really want the health, yes. They want to be in good shape, yes, but they want the aesthetics as well. You're not going to get aesthetics with running or doing HIIT. Sorry. It's just not going to happen.
So obviously, here it says endurance running, like marathon running, marathon runners are going to have a leaner physique. They're going to be very lean. They're not going to have, round, bulbous, full muscles because of that. Sprinting, on the other hand, stimulates fast twitch muscle fibers, which is involved in explosive power and muscle growth. Sprinters can have more muscular physiques than runners.
They do a lot of times.
Yeah.
You see it, men and women.
Because it stimulates their fast twitch muscle fibers, so that's good for growth.
Exploding off the line.
Yep. But who sprints?
I mean, you're,
again, high risk of injury.
You're asking for trouble.
So if you're trying to balance out running, like you love running, maybe you just love it, and you still want to gain muscle, you got to limit the long runs, okay? I'm sorry, but if you're marathon training year round, you're not going to put muscle on. You're not going to gain muscle. You are literally spinning your wheels. So even if you go and are trying to work a weight training program and eating a lot of protein, but you're training for a marathon, you might prevent some muscle loss that way, but you're not going to gain muscle.
Nope. Not going to happen.
So you have to limit the long running. If you want to do a little bit of running, like a short run to warm up, before, or after your weight training session, maybe. So like after. So you want to save your glycogen so you have all your glycogen to push heavy on the weights. And then once your glycogen's depleted, you want to go for like a jog on the treadmill. That would be a good use of running. But you do not want to spend a lot of your time running, because if muscle growth is a goal, you are negating that.
What does it say about jump roping?
It doesn't say. I don't know. I didn't look up jump roping.
No, I like the jump rope, but I don't go too crazy. 10 minutes.
But again, you're just doing basically like
hit the
someone,
bags.
yeah, like a little bit.
Yes, it's for my cardio afterwards.
Yeah, so that's your cardio.
10 minutes, and then I hit the bags, but I don't kill myself on the bags.
Yeah, I would say that's a cardio. That's not like excess.
Yeah.
It's those long runs that people do. I had someone, it was a one-on-one client call, or she wanted to inquire about coaching. And she's like, well, I'm training for a marathon right now. I'm like, can I ask why? Now, if someone is saying, because I love it, or because I'm doing it for this charity, I'm passionate about it, okay, well, that's fine. But if you're doing it for weight loss, then it is my job to tell you you're wasting your time. You're not going to lose weight training for a marathon.
You might not even make it to a marathon. You might catch an injury before the marathon, because the amount of training you have to do to get to do a marathon is a lot in itself.
The other thing is, if you're going to be running and weight training, you're going to have to allow for recovery in between those things too. Your muscles, in order to grow, they do have to recover. So if you're like beating yourself down day in and day out, and in between weight training, you're running, and then you're not running your weight training, you're not allowing your muscles to rest and recover.
Yeah.
I think people need to pay attention to their progress. That's really important.
Yes.
If you've been like doing a regimen for a year and your body is not changing, obviously big piece of it is nutrition, obviously. But then you have to ask yourself, what are you doing it for? If you're not improving your health, lowering your body fat, what are you doing it for if you're not making changes?
True. Why? Why go through that grind for it? Why break yourself down? Because a lot of times they're going through misery. They're not in the best moods, don't have the best energy, or they're in pain. Or if they overdo it one day, then the next day they're limping. You know what I'm saying? Or your back's tight, or your hips are tight. It's just it's a lot. It's not easy. Doing that is hard on your body.
So you have to, in my opinion, I feel like you have to stop and look at what your routine is. And then and look at your goals. Like, list out, what are your goals? And this is your routine. Does the routine support the goals or no? Because if it doesn't support the goals, why are you doing it? Because you think it's all you know? It's all you know, so you do it, so you're doing something? Or, do you just truly believe that it's doing something and you just, for whatever reason, can't see it? I don't know. Because, I see it. Look, I've been going to Orange Theory for a few years. And I see a lot of people that look exactly the same or gain weight, but they are very consistent.
What's that tell you? They're putting their hand in the cookie jar too many times.
But what I always want, they're
spinning their wheels and they don't realize it. And they should be asking someone like you for advice. Like, wait a minute, I see her. She looks fit. She looks aesthetic. Let me ask her what she's doing. But nope, they don't.
No, but what's interesting to me, because I've had a lot of conversations with people, and people I know personally, they have goals, and then they do this, and they know they don't match up. Like, even if I tell them, like, hey, this is my advice, like, do this or do this, they don't change it. They still keep doing the same thing and expecting something to change. And it's just a different
result.
It's just kind of...
I know what you mean. Asinine, is that the word?
It's just... It makes me wonder, like, why? Because for me, if I'm going to put in the work to do something, I'm going to want to make sure I'm not wasting my time. You know what I mean? Like, I need someone, an expert, or I need to feel confident with my knowledge or whatever, someone to say, like, nope, this is what you should be doing. Trust me, you're doing the right thing. It's gonna work. You know, like when I had a coach, when I had Matt.
I was going to say, how much cardio did he have you do, Matt, when you were competing?
None.
Zero?
No. When I got close to my show, because I had a little more body fat like on my love handles to get rid of, and he didn't want to drop my calories, so I did 30 minutes. 30 minutes 5 days a week. That's it.
And walking?
Yeah, on the tread.
That's it.
That's it.
Simple.
Because I followed my nutrition. I didn't need to do cardio. I didn't chase calorie burn. I didn't need it. Cardio is a tool to increase calorie burn when you need it. But if you're relying day in and day out on cardio to give you a certain amount of calories burned so that you can eat a certain amount, your body's going to adapt to that cardio. You will not get the same benefit of 30 minutes of cardio today as you do in a month from now. You're going to get a different benefit because your body will adapt to it.
Crazy. It's you're trying to trick it, but you can't. You're right.
No. So you literally spin your wheels. You literally think like what you have to do is like more and more and more cardio. Well, there comes a time when you don't have enough hours in the day to keep up with that. That is not the way to make adjustments to your calorie intake. And when you don't need it, you take it away so that you can use it as a tool if you need to.
Yeah.
You know, I don't do cardio. And like even in my Orange Theory classes, I do, like I said, I walk on the treadmill. I don't do like intensive cardio. Very rare. Every once in a while, like I'll do something on the rower. Again, very rare. A few minutes, you know, maybe half an hour total for the week, I would say. I'm more of like low intensity. But if I needed to suddenly put in some cardio, my body is going to respond very well.
Yeah.
I would do it for a short period of time, maybe to reach a certain goal. And then when I reach that goal and you fiddle with your calories to get into maintenance, you take the cardio back off or you taper back down on the cardio because you don't want to lose that tool. If you're doing an hour of cardio a day and you're doing your HIIT classes and you're doing your weight training and you're eating all these macros and you're doing this for all this time, and then you stall out and you're already at like 1,100 calories because we've had to drop your calories so many times because you keep stalling, there's no adjustments that can be made. You're stuck. So the only thing you can do is stop the cardio, bump up your calories, gain weight in the process while your body readjusts and gets back in a good rhythm, and then enter in another cut at a later time. You do not want to put yourself in that by doing too much. And that's what people who chase calorie burning, that's what they end up with. I had someone recently ask me, what should I set my calories burn goal on my Apple Watch? I'm like, I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like that's
I never
irrelevant.
looked at that. They try to go off of that. So it gives them a pass to like maybe think they could eat more.
It's a big mistake.
Negative.
Like your macros are established based on an average or an assumption of what your calorie burn is based on your data points, but don't trust the actual burn number that's happening on your watch. Like if you're hitting your workout goal and you're hitting your step goal and you're hitting your nutrition goal, and you're getting results, then your results and the way your body responded, that is what is establishing what your total daily energy expenditure is. Like now I know what it is. Oh, you lost a pound this week. Then now, and I see all the inputs, now I know what your total daily energy expenditure is because you lost a pound and you ate this much. The math is there.
That's all it is.
That's all.
And I've seen people in the fight industry, MMA fighters, whatnot, and they're training harder than everybody. Harder than marathon runners, harder than anybody you possibly know. Their fucking training is hard. Mm-hmm. They're burning tons of calories. Mm-hmm. They still can't cheat the diet.
No.
They still have to go to a caloric deficit to make weight.
Yeah.
And they're training hours. When I say hours, they're on the mats grinding, wrestling, sweating, dripping. They're putting their body through the red line day in, day out. Mm-hmm. Not some days, every day. So even they have to go on a caloric deficit to make the weight. You know what I'm saying? So these people think like, oh, I did HIIT. I could just eat and then I can eat what I want. But the scale's not moving or it's going up on me. How's that possible? Because you're trying to outwork a diet. It doesn't happen. You can't. Sorry, you just can't.
And it's just important to leave tools on the table. I wanted to undo the damage from my weekend. It was a little splurgy. And so what did I do? I used my tools. My tools are tighten things up because,
Yes.
but then when I kind of fix that and I'm good, which I feel, I already feel good.
Yep.
I weighed in and I'm back to what I was before I went on the trip. So I'm like, okay, cool. So then I can I don't have to be as tight again for a while. Now I'm good until I have another something that I have to adjust for.
Yeah.
Because that's a tool. I know it sounds dumb, but it's a tool that if normally I'm able to maintain and feel great without tracking every little thing, my fruit, my greens, I'm looser with it and I can maintain that way until I have something that puts me into a surplus. Then that is what I use as my tool. My tool is, okay, now I have to track my strawberries, my arugula, my gummy vitamins, my pre-workout. I got to track it all because I'm going to tighten things up. Where the problem lies is if you're already doing everything, and the weight's not coming off.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
Something's off.
That's a problem.
Either you got a problem with your thyroid or something, or your
Yes.
metabolism's really bad.
If you don't have anything you can pull from because you're already doing everything, first of all, you're probably someone who's about ready for the wheels to come off the bus.
Yep, about to
Because
quit.
this is what
About to
happens with
break.
competitors, especially competitors with a bad coach. They'll have their competitors doing 2 to 3 hours of cardio.
We've seen
all this
it.
There is no more tools. The only tools are more hours of cardio. There's
That's
competitors
misery.
who will do 4 hours of cardio leading into the show.
Misery.
Yeah.
Who wants to do that?
But it's usually also because they goofed on their nutrition early on.
That's true.
And they ran out of runway.
That's true.
Yeah.
We see fighters, he missed weight. I don't know what happened. Yeah, you do, motherfucker. You know what happened. I have no, listen,
Yeah.
I have no sympathy for fighters who miss weight. You're a pro, dog. You know what you did. You know what you're supposed to do leading up to that fight. Your nutritionist or somebody whoever's guiding you, unless he's an idiot, should already know.
But
be on point.
They're probably not being honest.
No, they're not being honest.
But
They blame everybody else but
my
themselves.
mind is always boggled when a fighter, a professional fighter,
Pro fighter.
that is your job.
Your JOB. That's what you get paid for.
If you come in and you didn't make weight,
And you're 5 pounds heavy, that's disrespectful to your
It
opponent,
is.
disrespectful to your coach, disrespectful to your academy, and I hope you hear this, and you're disrespecting yourself because that's wrong. No excuses.
Yeah.
Now, if something happened along the way, you got sick, you got an injury, and you couldn't train as much, and
Right.
you didn't adjust your diet, because a lot of them don't know how to eat. They don't know shit. They're so
Nope.
dinosaurs. If you didn't adjust your diet, your eating, to the less active you are, then that's on you. You got to also know how to pivot. And a lot of them don't know how to pivot. They're so stuck one direction.
you'd think they would have really good nutrition people on board in their camp.
On the top guys, yes. Top fighters, top boxers, they
Yeah.
usually do bring nice nutritionists and know what's up.
Yeah.
Some of these low-level MMA guys, not so much. They work with bros.
Because to me, it's even a no-brainer. MegaFit Meals has custom meals.
Yeah.
If you have freaking a set macros and you don't know, you don't know how to come up with meals, you can go into MegaFit Meals and customize your meals with the exact macros and just eat those.
That's it.
Just eat those.
Simple.
And the results will come so fast that it'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
Because the reason you're not getting results is because you are not 100% consistent.
Facts.
That's why. Because the math is the math.
Math is the
so
math.
if you're not getting the results, it's because you're not you're cheating the game somewhere. It might be by accident, or it might be you're just trying to see what you can get away with.
Yeah.
But
Guilty. We're all guilty
it's
of it.
happening somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you.